Dear viewers, now you are watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program to others. Subscribe if you have not done so. Now there is a plan to install Emir in Igbo land. Let's start from there.
Well, I saw it very clearly because that this report that they have already targeted, Abia State for that mission. I don't know how they intend to achieve that. They're trying to play the same politics they played in River State. That made some jihadists single out Port Harcourt, for invasion. I don't know how they want to intend that, but something actually played out when federal government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu delegated the Minister of Works, and housing, David Umahi. I don't know whether it works or what works. I think it should be works. I don't even want to know anything concerning that David Umahi. He was in Abia State, and he was, in company of some powerful senators of Igbo extraction. One of them that was very significant is the deputy speaker, Benjamin, Kanu. After that, a commissioning or whatever, we saw people calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. As you can watch, is one of the videos, that's already on this platform. But what played out thereafter was the Benjamin Kanu came out publicly and told the entire Abians, that there's going to be an emir in Abia, in Igbo land, whether it's mentioned Abia State or whatever. And the question is causing ripples. I don't know what he means by that. Alex Otti will be conquered by 2027 or by the next election, or when his tenure expires, that APC government will take over Abia State. And that was what spread the speculation. That's what spread the rumor, that there's already a concluded plan, to install emir in Igbo land. That emir we are talking about, we don't know whether it is a political party, that they want to make sure that APC take over the entire, eastern region. And remember that people must understand this. It will be very difficult for APC to dismantle Alex Otti in Abia State, because I know that the Northern Fulani themselves are not happy with Obi's stance. Are not happy, especially that now Alex Otti, for the first time in the history of his tenure, has come out publicly to demand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release from detention. There are so many other things that are already playing out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is generating dust, within regional blocks in Nigeria. Not only that, outside Nigeria too, we are seeing who is this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The issue of health surrounding him is not in connection with the plan to install completely and take over the entire East politically by these people, by these Arab Igbos as governors. And at the end of the day, we are going to see a Fulani imposed emir in the southeast. And for them to achieve that, they are only pretending, releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not coming from the heart until these things have been achieved. It is an exposed reality, and we must keep our eyes open on this fact, because I do not see how somebody will come from there and start telling one of the governors that we are having sympathy for, that has done to an extent extremely well. Abia State goes on state, the #1 state in Nigeria, has not been blessed with good governance. This is the first time we are experiencing that. And now, the same people that brought Islamization, brought jihadists, bring bandits in Nigeria, are the same people crying over insecurity. How would you justify that? Benjamin Kanu, respect yourself at this point and allow the people of Abia be. We have won enough. We are feeling the weight of oppression and of suppression, especially something that has to do with the supreme leader himself, IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are not. You came out some time ago when you people came into power in 2023 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released soon. The same Benjamin, you said it, but what are we seeing today? So whatever plan you are going to have to install emir or to take over and plant Arab governors, Igbo governors in the east, so that you'll be able to, conclude their political conquest, before 2027, before you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will now have a particular place to put down his feet. That plan will be resisted by 85 million Biafrans all over the world. Let me tell you, it will shock you at the end of the day, and also shock Nigerians that the South is coming up as a bloc very soon. Listen to what Jonathan said recently concerning that. That will tell you that it is no longer funny. Jonathan said it very clearly what transpired in his government, how Buhari and all of them, how Buhari become the chief negotiator. We saw what is happening in the north. The northern governors themselves have not given fit to question Shegugumi up to this moment. Irrespective of the number of people that have been killed in the Middle Belt, in Benue, Mazi, in Enugu, and not, they have not. Nobody have condemned that. What the Southern Sokoto said is that the Boko Haram is fighting for good government. How are they fighting for good government? Benjamin, those who made you who you are today, we don't want to know. You are the speaker, deputy speaker in Nigeria. You are not the deputy speaker in Abia State. You cannot come and dictate and come and impose something. And another last thing I want to bring to the public reaction is the issue. Why is it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still battling? There we can see clearly now. I said these are the reasons why they are denying this thing. But I want to find out what is Alex Otti actually part of this agenda. Because I know recently he came under pressure by the elders of Abians going to the government house in Umuahia to tell Alex Otti what to do. There's a momentum, there's a consensus that this movement building up, that might shift the attention to another force. Imagine that young people will not be happy with. I can tell you, they might not be as non-violent as IPOB.
Viewers, if you are still watching, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share this program. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear in court 8th of October 2025. What can you say about this?
Let me just say that they have written to the World Medical Association. The head of the president is from Ghana. I think if I can remember his name, something Sliver, I can remember her name, but he's the world president of Medical Association of Nigeria. The petition have gotten to her. The Nigeria Medical Association, from what we are hearing, has also released a report, but I think there will be court decision on that, or they are working on that. 7 members of the medical practitioners were picked from different zones. About 7 of them, came together and carried out a test. The problem is that why is DSS watching somebody who is in their custody dying and without making any move in that regard? That is wickedness, a clear-cut wickedness, and we don't know what actually that is playing out. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is totally handicapped. Can these politicians do they have conscience at all? Especially those from the eastern part of the country. Do they actually have conscience? Posterity, karma, have a way, of defining moments. And you will not be surprised when it strikes. I can tell you, there have been years of, God has been doing this thing for you to realize where you are, that my people will not die. If they have been like this, then there will be no Israel anywhere in the world. If Israel has kept silent like this, there will be no Jerusalem. What are they going to come out now and say that the report that was initially given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu personal doctor, who is one of the best physicians in the history of Nigeria, a product of UNN, is not correct? They have taken the blood tests everywhere, all over the world. They are just parabolating, making sure that they find a way to frustrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they feel that the Igbo leaders themselves has compromised and nobody is able to stand up to question what is actually going on. They went after Samaniba, the same thing. Now, who is talking in Igbo land now? Who is complaining? Who is questioning what is going on in Igbo land now? Who is the one talking now? Who? Tell me the voice in the wilderness speaking for the Igbo people now. And he said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we should celebrate him. He said we should celebrate his Igbo leaders. For a man that did not commit any crime, he's been allowed to die. Let us see what the Nigeria. They said they have submitted the report to the Attorney General of the Federation. Whatever they like, they decide. Over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whatever they like, let them decide. But thank God today, Nigerians are facing the reality.
Sure.
The Nigerian pastors who are supposed to take, a decisive action. So what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talking about? That the Christendom will be conquered. And look at, there's no justification for that. So we have moved from that era to what is Omotosho actually going to judge in the court. James Omotosho, the presiding judge, what are you going to judge now? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know, will not be taken out of Nigeria for medical services under this kind of condition. Agreed, But what are we going to see? Are we going to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted according to what that has been pronounced by the Supreme Court? That's going to be a devastating issue if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dies in DSS custody. It will be quite regrettable for everybody who has come to that point. This did not happen under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know why Bola Ahmed Tinubu is keeping him there. We do not know. Is it aligning with the movement we are talking about? Does he support that? We saw what happened in United Nations General Assembly, where the government delegate.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed, in disguise of pretending to keep One Nigeria. And that One Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Well, here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are admitting to the ICC, Nigeria should should immediately hand over CDS Musa for questioning, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is pushing under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of Nnamdi Kanu, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how Sidia Musa would escape it. Let's see how Sidia Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Simon Ekpa. But today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria. And it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather underground, supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how you tend to hold it, Biafra would exist the country. No matter how you tend to keep it, Biafra would exist this country. And I am sure that Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi will come out strong, no matter how they tend to do all this rubbish. They will come out strong. If today is the first time I've come across this channel, please can you like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.